Employee Relations Words of Wisdom, your source for all things human resources and employee and labor relations.
Hi, my name is Bob Carroll. I'm the Executive Vice President at Permanent Solutions Labor Consultants and your host for Employee Relations Words of Wisdom. And today I'm going to bring you 5 easy tips on how to improve your leadership skills to make you a better leader today. After watching this video, you will be a better leader if you take these tips out into your organization and start applying them. But before I get into that, remember to subscribe to our channel. And then after you subscribe, hit the little bell so that you are notified when fresh content comes out. But let's get right into this. So for number 1, communicate. You have to communicate with your employees. You have to communicate to the point where you know your employees. Not only do you need to know them professionally, you need to know them personally. So you don't need to be best friends with your employees, but you should take the effort to get to know them personally. So professionally, yes, you got to know them. You got to know what their skills are and where their best fit is on your team. It's just like baseball. Your fastest player is usually going to hit leadoff. The one that has the most chance to hit a home run is most likely going to bat in the number 4 slot. It's just the way you assemble a team, and you want to have the best outcome you can. But when you're talking about getting to know them personally, that's where the connection happens. That's where you bridge the gap between you as a leader and the employees, and they take notice when you take the effort to do that. I mean, I'm talking about, getting to know about their families, getting to know what they like to do on weekends. Do they have children? These little things, these little short conversations, coming to work on a Monday and saying, "Hey, Joe, did you have fun at the wedding that you were going to go to?" Or, "Hey, Tom, how was the concert you went to?" Those little short statements say, "Hey, I really do care about you and I'm listening to you." And it has a lot to do with the building of trust and the buy-in from the employees. You have to communicate your goals. You got to communicate your objectives. If your employees don't know where they're going, how are they supposed to do a quality job? Communicate your expectations, and that means with every employee. You got to communicate your expectation as a leader to your employees, but more importantly, you have to allow them to communicate their expectations of you as a leader. When you open up and let them do that, it also adds to that amount of trust and faith they have in you. Because basically, if they are coming to you and saying, "Hey, I need this to succeed," they're showing you they believe in you, that you can take them to where they need to be to succeed. Communicate change, and you got to be very careful when you communicate change. You don't want to wait to the last minute and spring change on employees, because they're going to push back, they're going to fight. But when you're a good communicator, and change happens all the time, and you communicate change at the appropriate time with your employees and get them to buy in, then they can be part of the solution. They will actually help you move into the position of change you need to be in to succeed. You also have to be a confident leader. Okay, a leader is not a boss. A leader is someone that takes people and builds relationships, and they build a level of trust and respect from the employees, and they have to earn it. And it's very important to recognize there's a difference between confidence and arrogance, and this is where we see a big problem. A lot of employees take issue to an arrogant boss, right? Because a leader isn't going to be arrogant. But there's a lot of potential for people, once they realize that they have that arrogant persona, that they have a weakness within themselves. And a good leader understands weaknesses are okay, because they want to identify these areas of weakness and improve on them. And if you hear scuttlebutt about you being an arrogant boss, if you really want to be a leader, okay, admit it. Maybe you are arrogant. Maybe you think you know everything and you're being arrogant to cover that up. We see that quite a bit. But you want to turn yourself into a real leader, own that, and take yourself out of the equation to the point where you are actually taking time, even outside of work, to eliminate the arrogance and instilling confidence in yourself. Because a confident leader is, again, it exudes a personality where employees will embrace you as their leader and work for you, not against you. You got to understand that you work within a corporate DNA, and everybody has their own individual corporate DNA. And you have to understand what the corporate DNA of your organization is. If you don't know, you have to start communicating with other managers, other leaders in your organization, so that you are following the principles that the owners or the presidents of these companies have, and that you are part of solutions, not problems. Now, it's okay if you have a idea of change. A real leader is going to bring that to the forefront. Just expect that some ideas will be embraced and some will be turned down. Well, another thing a leader will do is, if their idea is turned down, is they'll have enough courage to ask why, and then state specifically, I just want to know why, because I'm working with the corporate DNA here, and I want to understand the corporate DNA a little bit better. And that's all you got to do. But you got to understand that each company is different. And I see a lot of people struggle with this that come from a company that maybe enforce all the rules in black and white. And some companies may have a little more of a gray area. And they come into a new role. And all of a sudden, the employees don't take well to somebody that is different than the way the corporate DNA is set up. So it's very important that you understand that DNA. Learn from other leaders. You have other leaders in your organization. Maybe you've watched in awe as other leaders have taken people and gotten them to accomplish great goals with little effort, or what seemed to be little effort, and you're struggling. Well, you have a built-in learning resource right there. Communicate that magic word again with those leaders inside your organization and find out what their magic sauce is. What are they doing that you're not, that you can improve on? You can also study outside of the workplace. And there's so many leaders out there that have provided the secrets of their success and their philosophies and their beliefs that you can actually learn from. Take a look at Richard Branson, Steve Jobs, Tim Cook. There's so many people out there that you can actually just Google, learn from Richard Branson, and you can find some amazing resources, and do that outside of work, because, a real leader they don't want to learn, they need to learn. They have this incessant need to continue learning and learning and learning, because they know that they will always have flaws and they can always be better. So that's what a true leader is striving for, to always be better. Learn from the employees you supervise. Hey, when I go in as a consultant, those employees are the first people that I talk to. They're the ones that often have the best answers, because I want to look at the problems through their eyes, because they're the ones that aren't producing well. They're the ones that aren't providing the best service. And usually there's a breakdown in communication or some of the things that we've talked about earlier that's relatively easy to fix. Why not take the head start and talk to your own employees and just have simple conversations about ideas that can fix some of the problems that you're dealing with. And you can come up with some great ideas. In fact, some of the best companies out there encourage those kind of ideas to be brought from the employees, and some actually insist on it. So why not? Why not have those conversations with your employees? You don't want to belittle them. You want to empower them. And if you do have some success from some ideas that come from employees, don't take the success for yourself, and don't give it to the employee. Share it. So here's what you do. You originally, you take the initial reward, then you physically take that spotlight and shine that spotlight on your employees that you've worked with to accomplish something so amazing, and give them the limelight that they deserve. Well, guess what? You just took yourself out of the picture and shine that light on them, and guess what? They are going to follow you for a long time for that. That's something that when we talk about employee appreciation, that shows that you truly appreciate the employees. Well, that's it. That's 5 quick tips on how to how to become a better leader. If you stayed this far, I'm real easy to get a hold of. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon, and so that we can provide you with fresh data. But if you want to get a hold of me, this is just a small sampling of what we offer in our Inside Edge Leadership Edge series. I do want to make what I just talked. You don't have to go back and watch this video 100 times. I will provide a PDF of a PowerPoint that goes over everything that we just talked with down in the description box or in the comment box down below. But if you want to get a hold of me, I'm really easy to get a hold of. My email is bcarroll, CARROLL at pslabor.com. Or you can call me at 313-914-2017 or visit our website at www.pslabor.com. And as a bonus, if you are interested in our Inside Edge Leadership Training Series, all you have to do is mention that you saw this video on YouTube and mention the words mention the words of wisdom when you call me and that you saw this video, and we'll be offering our Leadership Edge training session at a discounted rate for people who have seen this video. So I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to talking to you more about what we offer in our leadership training series, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you.